In 2017, about a month after the release of Fortnite, item shops were introduced to the game that allowed players to purchase different cosmetics ranging from skins to pickaxes. This gave players the option to purchase new cosmetics that offered more detail, texture, and color over the standard default cosmetics. This idea was probably the biggest and most impactful decision Epic would ever make and turn what was just a free game into something much more than that, as players were willing to spend hundreds of dollars on cosmetics throughout their time playing Fortnite. The item shop has also been the key to introducing numerous collabs throughout the past couple years, and is one of the reasons why the item shops within Fortnite have progressively gotten worse and worse as time has went on. Don't get me wrong, I love collabs within Fortnite. I love seeing celebrities and characters join one of the greatest games of all time, but the question is, where exactly did Epic go wrong with the item shops? Well, we're going to talk about that in today's video. How was everyone's day? My name is Drippy, and while I was sitting down planning for my next video, the thought of the item shop popped up in my mind, and I thought, well, what exactly happened to cause such a decline in excitement and desire to purchase or even just look at the item shop? You see, back in 2017 and 2018, when the item shop was still in its early stages, I'm sure we all remember the feeling of being excited for that daily item shop reset time.
I'm really excited to know what we're gonna get here. Oh, the Reaper!
The brand new skin releases.
Fish stick? What?
And just to see if a favorite skin of yours returned to the shop.
Knock-offs in the item shop? Oh my god!
But to come to the conclusion of what happened, we have to go all the way back to the beginning in 2017 and 2018 with the first version of the Fortnite item shop. And upon the first version of the item shop, it was a massive success. It allowed Epic to take what was an experimental game all the way to mainstream success, and also gave content creators like iTalk a platform to review the item shop each day. Upon viewing the item shop, players were given two tabs, the featured items and daily items. Now, the featured tab was mainly for brand new skin releases, and each time a new skin hit the shop, it would stay in the shop for 48 hours. However, sometimes more notable returning skins would also appear in the featured section, but it'd only be for 24 hours. On the other hand, the daily tab was strictly on a 24-hour rotation, and sometimes there were new skins that appeared in the daily tab, so the featured tab wasn't exactly exclusive for new skins. But what made this version of the item shop so special is how condensed it was. You were really only getting about 6 different items per day, and on a day when the featured tab reset, it was still only about 8 different items. This gave the item shop a significant meaning for players out there, and with there being around 1,000+ total cosmetics within the game at this time, it made the suspense of that daily item shop reset feel so special, because with there only being a handful of items that could return to the item shop each day, it allowed items to become rare, which over time built a desire to want to acquire cosmetics. Or it could have simply been the fact that you really liked a certain skin and you were waiting and waiting for it to finally return to the shop. And this exact statement about the item shop was why it was such a big deal back in the day for us Fortnite players. But this feeling of suspense and excitement towards the item shop wouldn't last forever. And this brings us to the start of the downfall within Fortnite item shops. Spanning from late 2019 all the way up until 2023, the item shop saw 2 brand new versions, one beginning in Chapter 2, and then about a year later, it was updated again in Chapter 2 Season 4. With the addition of the new look and layout, shops began to become more and more stacked with cosmetics. Now, you can look at this in a good or a bad way. If you like the option of having more choices, this is great, but if you prefer more of a surprise each night, this is kind of a bummer. But it was only a matter of time that the item shop expanded, because we started to receive massive sets like Origins and Permafrost that included numerous different skins within the set, so there needed to be an increase in the amount of space that was within the item shops. The featured items tab also became less and less special as time went on, because new skins that arrived in there now had the chance to leave after 24 hours because Epic shied away from the 48 hours for the tab. And the featured tab just started to become cluttered with old skins returning. I mean, they added way more spots for cosmetics. I'm talking about multiple spots, not just a couple. But you also have to realize the entire catalog of Fortnite cosmetics started to become massive, so Epic needed to find a way to make sure everything was coming back on a regular basis and to overall just make more money. And during this period of time, collabs became a huge focus for Epic, and we'd start to see new collabs almost regularly, and this really started shifting the focus away from new and original skins. You see, back in the early years of Fortnite, we had so many new original skins that would come to the game each update. Now, I'm not sure if we've just run out of ideas, but I don't think so. I think Epic knows that they are guaranteed to make a ton of money off of collab skins, because people might know the person or character. It may also be someone's favorite person or character, and so people are able to connect to that easier, which makes sense why collabs do so well. But jumping ahead here, out of nowhere, with the addition of Season OG, we somehow got the return of the classic item shop look. And this was very cool to see, as the shops finally returned to being scarce. And obviously, I don't think scarce shops would work today if it were permanent, because there's there's simply just too many cosmetics within Fortnite nowadays, and I could see how it could upset people. But I'm going too ahead of myself here. Let's go back to the OG shops that brought back rare cosmetics like the Stranger Things set and the Black Widow skin. Many people love this. Obviously, there's going to be people who are mad, specifically those who own the skins when they were rare, but this brought back the feeling of excitement to the shops each night because we knew it was going to be limited and possible to see the return of rare cosmetics that we might have just never got a chance to purchase. And this leads us to today in chapter 5, which just had everything collapsing and falling to the ground when it comes to talking about the item shop. Chapter 5 brought the Lego mode, Fortnite Festival, and rocket racing to the game. So now cars, instruments, and Lego sets all have to be released into the shop and literally stay there. The only thing that changes is that they just rotate between different versions of whatever type of cosmetic it is. And this has made the shops even more cluttered than we had previously seen. And it's honestly just overwhelming to look at. And I'm sure we can all agree that our passion for the item shop has really took a toll this chapter. Also, with Fortnite Festival, we received musical artists and their skins released into the item shop. And don't even get me started. These skins stay for their entire tenure in the item shop, which I probably know has to do with the contract and agreements that Epic and these artists have signed. But man, could we just separate the shop and create a shop for each game mode so that the shop isn't as crazy as it is right now? This is honestly Fortnite's biggest issue with the item shop right now, and separating everything could go a very long way with how shambles it is. Along with the addition of the Lego game mode, only skins and emotes with a Lego version are allowed to be sold. Obviously, that's most skins today, but at first it was a tough thing to grasp. Also, the amount of skins, emotes, and pickaxes that we've seen continuously return within literally just a couple days of it leaving is insane. The entire idea of cosmetics being rare has just been completely watered down by this, and I mean, with Fortnite being almost 7 years old, most of us have a lot of the skins that continue to return in the shop, and it just makes each reset feel disappointing, like we're left there with nothing because we already own most of it. Or we just own the stuff that we like, and now there's just a whole bunch of skins and cosmetics that we just don't enjoy that are taking up the item shop. But if that's how Epic's gonna do it, we just gotta accept it. And let's not forget that it's also suspected that the item shops in chapter 5 are AI generated, and it's pretty obvious. We've seen many instances, and for example, most recently with Paradigm, where she was accidentally released into the item shop, most likely because the pickaxe that was supposed to be released instead of the Paradigm started with just like the Paradigm. And the fact that both the pickaxe and the skin are in the same set makes sense that this had to have been a mistake from the AI or whatever automated system that they use. So yeah, as it stands today, the item shop needs a lot of work and is nowhere near what it used to be like. But I totally understand if there are some of you out there who actually really enjoy still looking at the item shop each day, because I can't lie, I still catch myself doing it, but it just doesn't hit the same for me anymore. Seriously though, if you enjoyed this video and made it this far, I really appreciate you, and dropping a like and subscribing would make my day. I hope you all have a great one, and let me know your thoughts about this topic in the comments below. Anyways, I'll catch you later. Peace.